Hey everyone, Ivaylo Stoyanov here from the Stoyanov Group. I hope that you had a great summer and a great Labor Day long weekend. Now kids are back to school, everyone's back to work, and I am super excited to get into the August stats with you, as I think we may actually be hitting a pivot point in the real estate market. For the first time in the last 6 months, we saw home prices come up, you heard it right, come up a little bit from the previous month. Let's get into the stats, and as usual, the three different factors that we're going to be taking a look at are the amount of listings that came on the market, the amount of sales, and the average sale price, of course. Now, as always, I will only be discussing the GTA as a whole today. However, if you want the market stats for a particular neighborhood or city that is more catered to you, just reach out. We'll be happy to send that right over. All right, let's jump into our first important statistic, which is the amount of listings that came on the market. We're not seeing anything unusual for this time of year based on previous years, as we are seeing roughly the same amount of listings year over year, and also a relatively normal decrease of 12% since last month, as we know that inventory levels usually decrease as a little bit in the summer months. Now, we can expect inventory levels to rise this month based on historical data, as September is usually high activity month. Now, moving on to the amount of sales, we can actually see a big decrease of 35% compared to the same time last year. However, we saw a 15% increase in sales since last month, which is a bit unusual, and it tells us that activity is picking up and we should be in for a pretty strong September. Now, based on the consumption rate of which houses are being sold to the number of new listings, which is now 53% last month, it tells us that we have got out of buyer territory and we're now more in an equal market. Now, let's see how prices trended. As you can imagine, with our consumption rate rising from the month before and more buyers coming back on market, the expectation is that we will see a small increase in prices. Prices have actually increased about 1% since the same time last year. However, for the first time in the last 6 months, we're seeing a price increase by 0.5% month over month. We can expect buyer demand to increase over the next couple of months, however, not by a large amount. Now, overall, based on market activity, we can conclude that we have entered a more balanced market, and depending on what the Bank of Canada does with interest rates, the expectation is that we see a minimal price increase over the next few months. Now, I hope that this was of value to you, and if you have any questions regarding any of the stats, just reach out. It'll be my pleasure to help. As always, if you or anybody you know is looking for a great real estate agent, just give me a call. I would love the opportunity to give them a 5-star real estate experience. I hope you and your family stay well. Don't forget, again, to tune in next month for another monthly market update. Cheers.